Alright, welcome everybody. So today we're going to talk about something that I don't think I've ever seen on any other tool review channel, which is counterfeit tools. So I bought these 4 Stahlwille spanners. I got them off of eBay quite a while ago, and my intention was to give these away. So I think I paid, it was $20 shipped for all 4 of these, so it's $5 a piece, which is pretty good because normally these are going to be this size, about $20 a piece. So when I got these, I was kind of scratching my head a little bit because they didn't have the finish that I'm used to seeing on a normal Stahlwille tool. So you look at the chroming is much shinier than I'm used to seeing, for one thing. And then when I actually got to start picking these up, I noticed they all felt like they're different weights, which was kind of interesting. So let me just show you how the weight differences between these 4 first. So we got 223 grams, 7.8 ounces for that one, 232 grams, 8.1 ounces, 210 grams, 7.4 ounces, so that one's a lot lighter, 218 grams, 7.6 ounces. Seeing, pretty large difference, somewhere in the order of like 15%. Over the span of just these 4 samples. And then when I got looking at kind of the markings on here, first thing you notice is there's no word Germany. There's the CC, which I've never seen before. And then I went up and looked at these the markings, because normally I'm used to the big part of the casting, but these size markings have been stamped, which is. And you can see, especially on this one, that one was stamped very poorly. You see the depth. They hit that way too hard with the hammer. So it was definitely, must have been hand stamped by somebody. So my opinion is that these are probably counterfeit. What I did is I held off on doing any kind of giveaway with those, and I actually ordered a official Stahlwille 7/8, 15/16 wrench directly from a distributor in Germany that can be trusted. So the first thing is that if you do buy these new, it's going to come with this little label right here. And this is exactly how I got it. And a kind of interesting story about this particular size. I ordered this quite a while ago, and it was on back order for about a month. So I'm thinking that they probably had to fire up the forge just to make this for me. So if anybody at the Stahlwille factory is wondering who that idiot was who ordered the 7/8, 15/16 spanner, that was me. And you could tell right away the finish on this is much different. It's a lot more of a matte finish than these ones. These ones almost look like they've been dipped in something. They don't look like they're electroplated like this one is. It almost looks like there's like a chrome paint or something in there. And as you can see, the fonts are totally different sizes, even slightly different fonts, I believe. If you look at that S is a totally different shape. It's not just the size. As you can see, the size is part of the casting in the official wrench, and it's stamped on this version. And as you can see, this one actually has the word Germany on it. And this one has a CC marking. So I didn't really think it was these Stahlwille ones would be it'd be worth to counterfeit, because they're not outrageously expensive. And I know Snap-on has a lot of problems with counterfeiting their products because the prices are so high. Generally, the higher the price of an item, the more chance you're going to get of a counterfeiter trying to reproduce that item. And I know Hazet has a problem with people counterfeiting their socket sets. So I went to the catalog and looked at the official weight, what this size should be, and they listed it as 235 grams. So let's check and see what the official weight is. So 232 grams. 8.1 ounces. So that's within a couple of grams. So this one right here was pretty close to that same weight, but the rest of them were quite a ways off. And you can see here the reason why these are lighter is that thickness right there is way off. So that looks to be just under 8 millimeters. It's about maybe 9/10 of a millimeter less on the 15/16 on this one. There's a couple of possibilities here. These may not actually be fake. This is possible that these are just really old, older style of Stahlwille wrenches that they produced maybe a long time ago, and they've since improved their processes and their finish. But considering that they were advertised as new and they don't look like they've been used, that is highly unlikely, given the reputation of a Stahlwille wrench. Another possibility is that these were some kind of QA reject. You know, every company that makes tools is going to have a big bin where they, you know, reject parts that don't meet spec, and who knows what they do with those bins. I would assume that they would just melt them down again, but they may actually just throw them in the dumpster, in which case somebody went in there and fished these out. But I think the most likely thing is that these are actually just been counterfeited by somebody trying to make a buck. So what do you guys think? What's your opinion? Do you think that these are fake? Or are these just a really old version of the modern Stahlwille wrench? So leave a comment below if you have any insight on this. And what do you think? What do you guys think I should do with these? Probably should find something interesting to do. And that was another thing, is I noticed that these, you could bend these with your hand, you know, just by, so you see how that's bent now. I'm not really supposed to be able to do that with a wrench this size. It's a very low quality steel. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. Leave a comment about what your opinion is. You think these are fake, or you think I'm off base on that assertion? But yeah, you can definitely tell the difference. Just the edges are so much sharper here. Well, that'll wrap it up for this one. I'll catch you guys next time.